Grab a coffee and grab your crochet. Come watch me as I work on stitch markers today. Good morning. How are you guys? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, don't look at that. Sorry, I should wear a longer shirt. If you're worried about what you look like, you should cover up what you don't want others to see, right? Okay. Anyway, enough of that. I'm just going to talk to you while I'm making some stitch markers here and see what you guys are all up to. Don't forget about the Harvest Moon giveaway that is going on. You have until 2 more days to sign up for most of them. There have been some drawings. I think there's over 80 participants, so that's great. And what else? Oh. See if I can show you my listings on Mercari. And if you have questions on how to get over there, I can try to help you. I know I asked a lot of questions in the beginning. I know that if you follow me, that it's easier to see, like, if I make an update or whatever, but it's still very hard to search through people's stores at this point. Lucky for you, I don't have that many items in my store. I have 50, not like 500 like some of my friends do. Let's see. So these are kind of like the ones I made last year. There's some skull ones. Oops. Oh, I guess you can see those pretty good. That's coming up pretty clear. So, those. There's an Edward Scissorhand necklace on there if somebody's interested in that. Oh, it looks actually pretty clear on there. That's pretty cool. There are some, those green beads that I got. I made a set out of those. It takes my tablet just a wee bit to... You guys, I'm so, like, needing new equipment. It's not even funny. I'm actually surprised that I've done YouTube for almost 2 years now, and I've only done it on my camera that I got almost 3 years ago. This one's a big set, but there's 12 stitch markers. See if I can get it pulled up here. This one has the lobster clasp, but I'm planning on making another set with the lever back, or a bigger lobster clasp, actually. That one's a smaller one. Just trying to use up the supplies that I have versus using all my lever backs up, because they're far and few between as far as shipping and the time it takes to get them. I've got all kinds of keychains on Mercari. There's watches, there's stuffed animals, there's a Kindle. If anybody wants a really cheap Kindle, it's just the regular, I think it's the first edition, but it still works. It's factory reset. But yeah, there's Winnie the Pooh and Fluffy the Unicorn and Bunga. So anyway, that's me. And if you're looking, I think you can look me up by Ooh Aah Crochet. As far as I know, you can look me up by Ooh Aah Crochet. I should put a picture in there, I guess. So, anyway, you can download the Mercari app. I think they have a version now on the computer. But if you want to sign up, let me know, and I will, if you want to sign up to sell, let me know, and I will send you my link. We both get money that way. And then I also wanted to mention, I'm not really doing any stitch markers. I will, I promise. To keep an eye on Ibotta and Shopkicks and Fetch. What else? Receipt Hog. Those are the ones that I'm doing, and there's a lot more. But as the holiday season comes up, as the retailers want us to buy more and more, keep an eye on those. If you need, my links are down below. Of course, they're affiliate links, but any little bit helps. You're supporting me, and then you get stuff too for doing that. But yeah, so there's bonuses. There's bonuses for referrals. There's bonuses for buying like so many items on those lists. But I don't know if you guys saw the video I did on the popsicles at Dollar Tree. They had a 75-cent coupon up to 5 times on Dollar Tree popsicles that they had. They were Sour Patch Kids, and so I paid $0.25 for 5. That's pretty good for kids in my size family. So, let's see, 5, 5.5, 6. Okay. I have stuff everywhere. I'm glad that you can't. I have you up on a Dollar Tree phone stand, which actually works pretty good. I always tell you guys it's amazing what you can find there. Because most of the time what they do is they buy out other companies' overstock for little, next to nothing. And so they're able to offer us, as a consumer, better deals. Now you have to pay attention. I've said this before too, that you have to pay attention because sometimes they'll bring that same product around again, but it is a smaller size. So that's just something to keep in mind. But hey, if you can get them at their original size, or when they bring in boxes of full boxes of cereal, that's the time to hop on it. So, and just like Walmart's and other stores, you have to go. You don't have to. You should go if you're really looking for deals. Go to multiple Walmarts, multiple Dollar Trees. They're not all the same. They don't get the same inventory. It is all dependent on what the consumers in that area buy, which is really interesting. Small town Walmarts get different things than bigger town Walmarts, and there's clearance. If you guys watch some of the clearance videos, there's a guy out there, I can't remember his name, I'll try to link it down below, but I think it's Sexy Ugly or Ugly Sexy, something like that. But he basically retail arbitrages at Walmart, but all the Walmarts are different. They price things different, they clearance things different. One Walmart will clearance way before another. So just as something to keep an eye out on. Let's see. Clear beads. So, I hope you guys are all well. I am doing much better than I was a week ago. Mentally, my headspace is just a lot better, which, sometimes you just need to take that time off and figure it out. But I'm looking for a certain bead that I know somewhere. I think that's what I used. So, what else? Oh, I'm excited to get all the stuff for the Garfield Make-Along. For those of you that are new or may not know what I'm talking about, the Garfield Make-Along Last year we collected hats, gloves, and small amigurumi, small toys, small items that kids could earn or get as what do they call it? Comfort items. That's the word I want. Comfort items. And it went over really well, and we got a lot of things sent to us. I think it was over 400 or 500. This year has not been as well, but this year I did not ask for hats and scarves and things. I asked for mittens, and mittens are just a different. They are a different beast. It's like it's just a different beast. It's like making a pair of socks. You have to make 2 of them, and then you have to make sure, or try to make sure, that you're doing it all in the same size, or remember the same hook and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely different and not for everyone. I messed up with my tool here. And it's not like I don't have like 6 different tools here. It's funny. So if you're looking to make stitch markers, there is a basic set at Walmart. You can get it also on Amazon. Oh my god, it was right here. There's a basic set at Walmart. It comes with this one, and then there's a blue one that's basically pliers. So that's your basic set. I do have a bunch of links down below. Of course, there are affiliate links, but if you're looking to get started, that is the first thing I'd recommend. And then depending on how strong your hands are, these are the next tools that I would recommend. They're called loopers. And again, my link is down below for those. These are amazing. They make the little loop. Oops. Sorry, let me find one. They make the loop at the end. They leave it open a little bit so then you can close it. You can add stuff to it and then close it off. But it makes it so it's not so crimped at the end. I was finding that I was getting a lot of triangles versus a round shape. I have since then got this one, but these are very similar. There's also ones that are like 3-tiered, so you can make different sizes. Those are helpful too. So anyway, so I have all kinds of beads spilled out on my desk here. I could pick them up. I probably should pick them up. But I just grab them and go, because it's easier. So yeah, so you can and then you can basically get if you're a shopper on Amazon, then you can get charms, like your kind of pewter metal charms. You can get them in bulk. Be careful what you get and who you get it from. Just make sure you're mindful and pay attention to who you're getting it from. If you get it from China right now, you're not going to get it for probably months. So, and you should be able to tell by the shipping date where that's coming from. So I'm going to do that over because that doesn't fit right. And then when you get bulk beads like this, they all are different shapes. I mean, they're the basic same mold, but they still come out different. They definitely not created equal. And even the number ones are printed different. So like some will be stamped harder, some will be stamped less. So you just got to take what you get and work with it. So I have just this, oops, just this little bit here left over. But I'm going to take this tool. It's going to put it, let's see if I can show you. So I'll put it right there for me, if you can see that metal. And then it just cuts off the extra. Oops. I closed it just a little bit too tight. But you can see the loop on there. I closed it too tight, but I'll open it up so I can put my lever back on here. And then I can just close it up again. So I do appreciate everyone who has ordered stitch markers. Again, I can custom make some for you. I have a couple orders pending, just, you know, waiting on payments or waiting on clarifications. Yeah, I had some things laid out and then I forgot about it, but you can still see I squirrel a lot. It's okay. The kids are actually upstairs, believe it or not. They are being very quiet, which is great. Doesn't happen very often. I found that if during the day, especially with Jacob and Connor and Daisy, that if I just get them something to eat, get them something to drink, and put on a TV show for them, explain Daisy to the rules, because she will change the rules at a moment's notice. That they will be just fine, and they will play upstairs. They do really well, and then I can get some work done, and I'm not having to do it all at night when Dawn gets home. Not that I still don't come down here and do some, but I think that's the wrong color. There we go. So if you're still watching at this point and you're not completely bored, we are going to be having a crafters resale auction all week. It starts tonight, or starts this afternoon at 4 o'clock with Storage Scavenger. His name is James. And then there's going to be a whole bunch. There's like, I want to say 20 or 30 of us that are just going to be selling craft supplies, extra craft supplies that we have on hand. Cha-Cha started it out. She just wants to get back into her art studio, and she has all this stuff in there. So she asked a bunch of us if we wanted to join, which is great, because I'm finding that I'm headed more towards the yarn and beading, and so that's where my focus is, and there's no reason to have, I mean, other than, you know, hoarding and making sure I have supplies. No reason to have all these extra supplies that I'm not going to use for, say, years, like 10, 12, 20 years. And half of this, you guys, honestly, I've had since I moved in here and have not touched it. So, again, there's come some point where you just have to realize that, do you really need it? No? Okay. So to make those decisions, which are sometimes hard. And it's not like we don't need the money. So that's been helpful. I know a lot of you probably question why I'm doing auctions, especially if you're in my crochet community versus the other, other stuff. A lot of it was because we just need another way, another source of income, which I'm sure a lot of you can understand, to supplement Dawn's income. And I can crochet all day, but sometimes, like when I had those 2 weeks where I just couldn't do anything, I couldn't even crochet, so it's not guaranteed that I'll be able to continue to just, crank out everything. Not that that's not a good business, it is, but... And then, with the craft fairs canceling this year, well, it doesn't want to think. There we go. So yeah, I've been doing stuff, but I haven't, been as focused as I liked, I guess. So let's see, we got a couple more. 6.5. So like the ones I'm doing right now are, they're buried. These turtles. So these turtles I got off of Amazon, and there is the number and the name if you need it. The only thing with Amazon is sometimes the seller has an item and then they don't have it again, so you kind of still have to keep searching. So, but if you're lucky and you can get somebody that, has those supplies in all the time, then that's great. I also get my vinyl bags. If you guys got any bags of yarn from me, you saw it in this big giant purple bag. I got those off of Amazon too. They are great. You can use, so like a box and a bag. What you do is you get your box all set up. You put it in a vinyl bag. Even if you have to cut that bag, you can still put it in said bag or in a strong grocery bag. Just tape it up, and then when you go to do pirate ship, you just do the 2 dimensions, the 2 largest dimensions, so say like 10 by 7, and then that's all you get charged for is the 10 by 7. As long as there's not something in there that's not supposed to go, it all works out. Which I haven't had anything like that, that it came back to me or that any problems happened. And Pirate Ship will tell you the cheapest option to do, so you can check your box prices to see if those are cheaper. Most of the time they're not. But if I had done those boxes, like the regular way, those boxes of yarn that I sold for $30, those boxes alone would have cost me $25 to ship out. Because of Pirate Ship, they averaged about 10. So you can see the savings on them. And the only thing tricky about this tool is you have to make sure that your wire is more in the middle than it is towards the edge, which I always like to shove it towards the edge, but then it sometimes gets caught. Sorry, I'm rambling back and forth, but so there's that one. So let's see. So I just need my 5s. And thanks to you guys, I had 5s. It's amazing when you start doing numbers for your stitch markers, like what numbers you go through. So then I started going through like 4s. So if I start a set at 4, and then you go 4.5 and whatever, you're using 2 4s for every set. So that's getting pretty low too. So I have to order some of those just separate. And you can, thanks to Amazon, you can order just number 4s. So I don't know if somebody just separates sets and does that for other people. I don't know, but it's out there. And then I'm doing these number sets. So, and I've gotten a lot of likes on it, which I don't know if it's because my pricing is too low or if it's just right and they like that idea. But I closed it so I could carry it down here. But if you look at my Etsy store, I have a set that you can get 8 numbered. Any 8 numbered stitch markers you want. It's just numbers. There's no beads attached. So it's just a lever back with a number like 10, 12, or 10, 15, 20, 25. So basically they're row counters or your stitch marker count. Like if you're doing 200 stitches and you want to be able to keep track of your stitch count, or you're doing 200 rows and want to keep track of your rows. So that's what those are for. And they're fairly, they're just basic, but I get a lot of likes on them. If out of all the products that I have on my Etsy store, that's the one I get the most attention for, which is fine. As long as I can keep the lever backs in stock. Alright, oops. Last one. So, and the other thing, I've been buying jewelry, and I'm sure you guys recognize it too, but when you look, or when you become a crafter, you look at a piece of something, anything, right? Anything. And you look at, and you think to yourself, how can I repurpose that? That is one of the first things that pops into my head these days on what I do with things. Like, how can I repurpose that? What can I reuse it for? Can I make it into jewelry? Can I make it into a stitch marker? So, along with the reselling, that's what I look at. Like, if I buy a bulk thing of jewelry, I look at, if I can't resell that as a workable piece, a wearable piece, can I use it for my stitch markers? And the answer is yes, you can. I have a whole bucket here. Are all beads that I'm going to use for stitch markers. I'm going to take them apart and reuse them. So, alright. That set is all ready to go, and now I'm going to make a pin. I had pulled it out. I probably can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have to look. I think it was, let's see. Normally I have all the stitch markers made up, but because I had all these turtles, I had put some out there that I could just make once I get the order. And you can tell it doesn't take me too terribly long to make them, so I can still get that order out within, you know, the normal allotted time. Sorry, cleaning out my E600, it gets clogged after a while. You just gotta work with it. I should have the letters ready to go. Oops. And then I get these smaller letters, which have helped out a ton, because they're not the big squares. You can tell the difference. They're bigger. So I get these from Hobby Lobby, and then I use my 50% off coupon, or wait until Hobby Lobby puts them at 50% off and go get more. They don't have them all the time, so you gotta grab them when you see them. I definitely do not recommend the lever backs from Hobby Lobby. I absolutely do not. I've tried several times, and all of the ones I've gotten have been crap. Like, you open them up and they just bend. It's just absolutely shocking. And you only get like 10 in a pack, so it's not like... And if people are actually making them for jewelry, like to go in their ears, and they're trying to make them, you know, whatever, that's just... it's frustrating. Very frustrating. And when I was first starting out, you know, I went there because we didn't order anything off of Amazon, so... or I don't think I got my first set from there. I think I got my first ones from Walmart, which were pretty spendy if you consider I can get 100 or 200 for about $14 right now. So, yeah, no thank you. So I'm just putting this E600 right across here. This name on there. We had a craft store that was all donations, go out of business. That video was way back, probably, oh gosh, maybe a year ago now? I don't remember, to be honest. But anyway, this craft store that was all donations of people's other crafts went out of business. They closed down. And so my mom and I went and got some at a discounted price, and then we went and got a bunch of the stuff that was free, that they just said, okay, come get it. If you want it, come get it. And so part of that lot I got was all these pin backs. Sorry, that's my dryer. All these pin backs. So, like, I'll do that. But anyway, I've been making pins that have like hooker on them, and you guys know my giggles and fascination with the fact that us crocheters, some of us, call it hookers. You know, we're a hooker, but it's all in fun. We're all adults, so it's all in fun. That'll work. That'll work, I think. Okay. But yeah, then when I'm down here, I can get laundry done because I hear it. And then every time I go upstairs, then I can carry some up, and it doesn't have to be... That's the biggest problem, is carrying laundry upstairs. So, alright, that one's done. Just gotta dry, and then I'll get that order out. So, anyway, wow, 34 minutes. I hope you guys found this fun to watch, maybe relaxing. Hopefully you were crocheting or doing something in the background while I was working on those. I don't think I squirreled too much, but anyway, we will talk to you soon. If you have any questions on my Etsy shop, Mercari, eBay. If you have any questions on how to sign up for any of those to start selling, maybe you want to sell your crafts, you can do that on Etsy and Mercari. I don't know too much about Poshmark. I haven't even started that one yet, but and then if you have questions about Ibotta or Fetch or Shopkicks, if you're somebody that goes to Walmart, you know, once a week or something like that, and you're actually in store, Shopkicks has a great program where all you do is go through and scan items that they want you to scan to prove that you were in the store, or to prove that you can find them, and you get points for those, and you get free money. So and then a lot of times Ibotta and Shopkicks will have the same items, so then you're getting double the money. Like if you purchase something, you never have to purchase anything on Shopkicks, but if you do, then you get extra points towards that. So I know that Terry started me on Shopkicks, and I'm so thankful. Thanks, Terry. So, but yeah, so Fetch Rewards, Receipt Hog, all those kind of stuff. Especially getting ready for Christmas and things, you have that extra little money in your pocket. You can be saving up gift cards or whatever for. So, alright guys, I love you. I will leave you, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!